student managers. Now you'll be having your sessions. So the guests, they might ask you to ask a question. So does anybody remember the format of asking a question? Can somebody volunteer and tell it to the rest of the student managers? Please.
Okay. Good morning, sir. My name is Ayushi. I'm from Division B, roll number 16, and my question to you is followed by the question.
Echo 3. Ask any question from me. Tell me the format. Good. Alpha 12. A12. Charlie 12. Who is Charlie 12? Bravo 12. Who is Ankit? Alpha 12. Seriously?
concerned with what was and what will be.
So, who are you, Panda?
Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
Poe, you taught us who we were meant to be. A father.
A friend. A family.
I love you, Dad. I love you too, son.
Do you want to learn Kung Fu?
Yeah.
Then I am your master.
Okay.
Go, Dragon Warrior! Defend the valley!
The universe has brought us the Dragon Warrior.
Who are you?
I've been asking the same question. Am I the son of a panda? The son of a goose? A student? A teacher? Turns out, I am Poe.
You are the Dragon Warrior.
Master.
Master.
If you wake up and don't want to smile, if it takes just a little while, open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Why not think about the times to come, and not about the things that you have done? If your life was bad too, just think about what tomorrow will bring. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. All I want is to see you smile. If it takes just a little while, I know that you don't believe that it's true. I never meant any harm to you.
Life is not easy. It is not. Don't try to make it that way. Life's not fair. It never was. It isn't now, and it won't ever be. Do not fall into the trap, the entitlement trap, of feeling like you're a victim. You are not. Get over it. Get on. So the question that we've got to ask ourselves is what success is to us. What success is to you. More money? That's fine. I got nothing against money. Maybe it's a healthy family. Maybe it's a happy marriage. Maybe it's to help others, to be famous, be spiritually sound, leave the world a little bit better place than you found it. Continue to ask yourself that question. Now, your answer may change over time, and that's fine. But do yourself this favor. Whatever your answer is, don't choose anything that will jeopardize your soul. Prioritize who you are, who you want to be, and don't spend time with anything that antagonizes your character. Be brave, take the hill, but first answer that question, what's my hill? But first, we have to define success for ourselves. And then we have to put in the work to maintain it. Take that daily tally. Tend our garden. Keep the things that are important to us in good shape. Where you are not is as important as where you are. It is just as important where we are not as it is where we are. But the first step that leads to our identity in life is usually not, I know who I am. I know who I am. That's not the first step. The first step is usually, I know who I am not. Process of elimination. Defining ourselves by what we are not is the first step that leads us to really knowing who we are. You know that group of friends that you hang out with that really might not bring out the best in you? You know, they gossip too much, or kind of shady. They really aren't going to be there for you in a pinch. Or how about that bar we keep going to that we always seem to have the worst thing on? Or that computer screen, right? The computer screen that keeps giving us an excuse not to get out of the house and engage with the world and get some real human interaction. Or how about that food that we keep eating? Stuff that tastes so good going down, makes us feel like crap the next week, we feel lethargic, we keep putting on weight. Well, those people, those places, those things, stop giving them your time and energy. Just don't go there. I mean, put them down. And when you do this, when you do put them down, you quit going there, you quit giving them your time, you inadvertently find yourself spending more time and in more places that are healthy for you, that bring you more joy. Why? Because you just eliminated the who's, the where's, the what's, and the when's that were keeping you from your identity. Like, trust me, too many options, I promise you, too many options will make a tyrant of us all. All right, so get rid of the excess, the wasted time. Decrease your options. If you do this, you will have accidentally, almost innocently, put in front of you what is important to you. A process of elimination. Knowing who we are is hard. It's hard. Give yourself a break. Eliminate who you are not first. You're going to find yourself where you need to be. Instead of creating outcomes that take from us, let's create more outcomes that pay us back, fill us up, keep your fire lit, turn you on for the most amount of time in your future. Try our best. We don't always do it. No, architecture is a verb as well. Since we are the architects of our own lives, let's study the habits, the practices, the routines that we have that lead to and feed our success. Our joy, our honest pain, our laughter, our earned tears. Let's dissect that and give thanks for those things. And when we do that, guess what happens? We get
Good morning, everyone. We'll be starting shortly. Student managers are requested to ensure that their phones are switched off. Kindly check it once. Dear student managers, I hope you remember the greetings. So please maintain the decorum, please maintain discipline in the auditorium, and there is going to be a ma'am and sir, so greet accordingly.
Very good morning to one and all. On behalf of the director, faculty, and students of the Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies, I, Kaustubh,
And I, Swipnam.
welcome you all for today's commencement ceremony of the batch 2024-26. Sukhasya moolam dharma, dharmasya moolam artha, arthasya moolam rajyam, rajyasya moolam indriyajaya, indriyajayasya moolam vinay. This shlok is from Chanakya's Arthashastra, which translates to true happiness and success stems from righteousness and integrity. Righteousness is supported by wealth and resources. Wealth is generated through good governance. Governance lies on self-control and character, which are founded on humility. Today, you are embarking on a journey to become future managers, and in this journey, integrity, resource management, leadership, self-control, and humility are crucial for your sustainable growth as individuals, for the society, and the nation.
As we begin today's proceedings, we would like to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Varadaraj V, Senior Vice President and Global Head Talent Acquisition Infosys. Mr. Sundaram RM, University Recruitment Head Infosys. Mr. Anivesh Joshi, Senior Lead Talent Acquisition Infosys. He is also an alumnus from the batch of 2018 of SIMS. Brigadier Dr. Rajiv Divekar Sir, Director SIMS, and Dr. Praveen Kumar Bhoyer Sir, Deputy Director SIMS. Now, I would like to request our esteemed dignitaries, Mr. Varadaraj V Sir, Brigadier Dr. Rajiv Divekar Sir, and Dr. Praveen Kumar Bhoyer Sir to join us on the dais. We also welcome you, the batch of 2024-26, as we gather here to commence your journey at SIMS. We are here to prepare you to live a glorious life as a SIMsite and embody the SIMS motto, make a difference. Now with this, I would like to request all our dignitaries to please come forward to light the lamp. Thank you, everyone. Now, at this occasion, it is my immense pleasure to introduce you all to the legacy of SIMS. Established in 1993, SIMS is a premier management institute consistently ranked among the top B schools in India. As a proud constituent of prestigious Symbiosis International University, SIMS stands out as a unique MBA institute where SIMS is a successful PPP example, public-private partnership between SIU and the Ministry of Defense since 2002. The flagship MBA program primarily serves defense personnel and their dependents with a limited number of seats available for civilian candidates. This ideal blend of defense dependents and civilians fosters a dynamic environment promoting holistic development and bringing out the best in both groups.
SIMS is an ISO certified management institute and a designated center for corporate governance by the National Foundation of Corporate Governance, established by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and CII. Additionally, it is one of the select few institutions recognized as a center for entrepreneurship by the Department of Science and Technology.
Dear student managers, let's witness our institute through the Sims movie.
Houses Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies, a 30-year-old B school with a rich heritage and a renowned lineage. Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies was conceptualized for the noble cause of serving the defense personnel and their dependents. Popularly known as SIMS,
Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies, SIMS, is a top-ranked B school which is a constituent of the prestigious Symbiosis International University. It is a unique and distinct institute which operates under a MOU with the Ministry of Defense.
SIMS is the only successful example of a public-private partnership existing in higher education between Symbiosis International University and the Ministry of Defense. Admission to SIMS management program is open for serving/retired defense personnel and their dependents, with a limited percentage of students sponsored by the industry. SIMS is UGC approved and ISO certified. SIMS is a constituent of the prestigious Symbiosis International Deemed University, which has been accredited with an A++ grade by National Assessment and Accreditation Council and conferred Category 1 status. Ranked consistently as one of the best B schools in India, SIMS faculty, students, and alumni have earned accolades and made SIMS well known all over amongst corporates and academia.
SIMS MBA program provides holistic development. The curriculum is based on three main pillars: curricular aspects, co-curricular aspects, and extracurricular aspects.
SIMS benchmarks curriculum with the best B schools of the world. Feedback from students, faculty, alumni, and corporates is taken and is incorporated into the curriculum.
Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies offers full-time masters in business administration program with specializations in the domain of finance, marketing, human resource management, operations and supply chain management, and also in data analytics for business.
SIMS Orientation, also known as Transformation to Corporate Leaders, a one-of-a-kind experience, is a 15-day experiential learning program designed for the students for their holistic development. It aims at inculcating psychological, physical, emotional, and social development of SIMS MBA students.
To enable holistic development, there are many co-curricular activities where students engage themselves.
We also have value-added courses, and we conduct various kinds of workshops and certification programs which help students to enhance their knowledge.
For example, CFA courses, Bloomberg, industry visits, corporate shadowing, corporate mentoring, in-depth research, B-school competitions, live projects, summer internship projects, market beat, to name a few.
SIMS also has tie-ups with other professional platforms which give certification to the students. For example, Coursera, LinkedIn, which is not a part of regular curriculum, but that helps students develop new skill set which is required in the industry.
To incorporate values and support learning by doing, SIMS ensures that students participate in extracurricular activities too. This gives them a first-hand experience into management by participating in cell and club activities, games and sports, yoga, social responsibility initiatives, etc. The Institute uses a pedagogy rich in the latest teaching aids like MOOCs, use of smart boards, video case studies, simulation, and experiential learning.
We have had the opportunity to
listen to business cases of MBA Chaiwala and Mumbai Dabbawalas. Similarly, hands-on projects such as business simulation and capstone projects gives us the opportunity to come up with innovative solutions for real-life business problems.
We at SIMS offer multiple opportunities to our students for certifications in the areas of Six Sigma, Tableau, Technology 4.0, Agile Technologies, Power BI, to name a few.
To guide, support, and mentor students so that they blossom to their full potential, SIMS has a well-designed and laid out mentorship program for them.
Faculty mentors and mentees are interacting on the regular basis, fortnightly, and it is all documented in the digital runbook. Mentees are coming and discussing with their mentors regarding their academic, curricular, co-curricular, and all other achievements. This is unique in its own way because faculty mentors and mentees both are at the same platform, learning and sharing together.
SIMS has a Samarth program to handhold students and to support them in their academic journey.
This program talks about identifying and helping the students who need a little push in terms of polishing their soft skills, their communication, their personality, their presentation, and comprehension.
To take care of the students and to make their stay of 2 years memorable and a pleasant lifetime experience, SIMS has developed the infrastructure likewise. SIMS has one of the best laid out and most ergonomically designed campuses. It has state-of-the-art academic, also residential facilities, and is truly a home away from home. To take care of sick students, a SCHC doctor is available on campus. A counselor is also available on call. To propagate health, SIMS also has a wellness center, having a swimming pool, gym, facility for aerobics, and yoga. Sports facilities for basketball and table tennis are also available. SIMS has a recreation room where students can play indoor games. SIMS has a pet dog, Alpha, as students playmate and helps in relieving stress. SIMS has a state-of-the-art auditorium with a seating capacity for 390 students. Students organize activities and events in the auditorium. SIMS Library plays a huge role in supporting the teaching and learning process at SIMS. SIMS Library houses the main library where students can access books, reading hall, and an open space area. SIMS Digital Library can be accessed from classrooms too. SIMS alumni handhold the students of SIMS newer batches and help them wade through the world.
SIMS has a large pool of alumni who are intimately connected with SIMS. A large number of them are in top companies, the Fortune 500 companies, and many of them are heading top positions in these companies.
Our alumni are maverick leaders, inspiring our student managers. They epitomize and live up to the SIMS motto, make a difference. In our attempt to engage with our alumni and keep the connect, we organize speed mentoring and tete-a-tete initiatives that help us bond together. The trio, SIMS, alumni, and students.
SIMS has various student cells where students organize various activities under the guidance of faculty members.
The Brand Ambassador Program is an initiative of SIMS to help its students to participate in B-School competitions and corporate competitions, where students are provided mentorship support from faculty and from industry.
With B-School competitions, it always brings out the best in all of us. It enhances our knowledge domain and gives us an opportunity to interact with various people across the world.
SIMS has not just helped me learn theories of Kotler, but has also helped me implement them in various B-School competition and case study competitions. With B-School competitions, we get to see a lot of shades of ourselves that we never thought existed. And honestly, they are very exciting and very intriguing.
SIMS students develop a research bent of mind too by working for SIMS journals.
SIMS promotes student research in a big way. SIMS has two research journals, SIMS Journal of Applied Management Jitnyasa and SIMS Journal of Management Research, where students can publish their research.
society, and therefore these student managers during their spare time and on holidays, they go out and interact with slum children and with children from orphanages and the elderly from old age homes. Pranay tries not only to give a few moments of happiness and joy, but also make them feel confident enough to stand on their own and lead life.
Following the mantra of espouse, enlighten, and impart, the team believes in spreading love, affection, and happiness by conducting various events for the underprivileged and specially able people of society.
As a part of Pranay Yodhas, we organize cancer awareness events and hospital visits to spread a joy to the cancer patients. Additionally, we also organize CSR activities for transformational student managers with the goal of raising cancer awareness and healthy well-being.
SIMS continuously achieves an enviable and outstanding placement record with an ever-widening range of multinational and national companies recruiting from campus for final placements and summer placements.
We make our students corporate ready by providing them numerous opportunities in the terms of live projects and summer internship placements. We invite corporate leaders to come and interact with our students in the form of leadership talks, guest lectures and workshops. The staggering number of our PPOs and rewarding package are a testimony of our enriched talent pool and hard work.
Summer internship program is an experiential learning component of our curriculum, which is designed to enhance and incorporate the corporate experience. It is a credit course where we, as a placement team, strive to ensure that association with the reputable brands like Google, Credit Suisse, Gartner, Decathlon, and many more, for our students to have a diverse pool of opportunities.
Placement cell of SIMS Pune meticulously plans workshop sessions, mock interviews and lectures for all the students so that they can bag the best jobs in various national and international companies coming to us.
We have completely digitized and automated the placement process with the help of an exquisite platform that is Digital Runbook is the one-stop window for the students of SIMS. It works as a backbone for the placements of more than 700 students of our college.
Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family. This is the mission of SIU. In sync with this, under SIMS internationalization, students have opportunities for semester exchange program and summer school programs. The entire objective of these programs is to make students global, responsible citizens.
From studying subjects in an experiential way, training under faculty from different universities across the globe, to building camaraderie with colleagues from various countries. I came back from my summer program at ISEC Paris with immense value added to my knowledge base and also a new perspective on a plethora of things in life.
Proud to say that SIMS is a well-known B school in the country today. SIMS students are known for their out-of-box thinking, problem-solving ability, and result orientation. Today, SIMS has become a brand of its own and is growing steadily towards excellence to make a difference in the lives of its students and in society at large.
With this, it is our pleasure to introduce you all to our Director, Brigadier Dr. Rajiv Divekar, sir. Sir is the Dean, Faculty of Management, SIU, and the Director of SIMS. He has served as the Head of Faculty, Strategic and Operational Studies at Army War College and a faculty member in Defense Strategic Studies at Defense Services Staff College, Wellington. He has done his PhD from Symbiosis International University. He is an MPhil from DAVV University and an MSc graduate from Madras University. A gold medalist in BE Civil, he has done his MBA specializing in human resource management.
His extensive experience in strategy, planning, logistics, and human resource management stems from his tenure with multinational teams, notably serving with the United Nations forces in Somalia and Lebanon. He has served in Kargil and Leh on the line of control, where he was responsible for the logistics and supply chain management of soldiers located on post at 22,000 feet in the Siachen Glacier. He is a paratrooper, having done jumps from varied military aircrafts. He has done skydiving, parasailing, water skiing, hot air ballooning, and rappelling. He won the National Silver Medal in 1981 in Cox Force Roving event. He is an expert in construction of military bridges, demolitions, mine warfare, bunkers, and fortifications.
Brigadier Dr. Rajiv Divekar sir has a large number of research publications in national and international journals along with Scopus listed journals. Sir is on the Academic Council at SIU and is also a member of the Board of Studies Faculty of Management. Please join me in welcoming the guiding force for SIMS students. Let's extend a warm invitation to our Director Sir, Brigadier Dr. Rajiv Divekar.
Thank you. One thing that sets SIMS apart from all other B schools is the students of SIMS, who even on the very first day are so well turned out, disciplined, and look so enthusiastic and eager. And that, I suppose, is mainly the military DNA that they carry. It's a true reflection of their armed forces lineage. You already look like smart corporate managers to me, ready for the 2-year grind which starts from today. You all seem to be quick learners and with a positive attitude, which was reflected when we entered the auditorium, the way you got up and wished. The right attributes for managers. Congratulations to all of you on getting your admission to SIMS and coming here. And as they say, well begun is half done. Respected Mr. Varadaraj, Senior Vice President and Global Head, Talent Acquisition Infosys, Mr. Sundarajan, RN, University Recruitment Head, Animesh Joshi, also from Infosys, Talent Acquisition and SIMS alumnus, Dr. Praveen, Deputy Director SIMS, faculty, Dr. Ms. Shweta, Head Placements, staff and transformational student leaders of the 32nd batch of SIMS, that is 2024-26. A very good morning and a very warm welcome to you all at SIMS. Today is a very important day for all of you, as it marks the commencement of your management education, which will empower you with the requisite knowledge and skills to hold forth in your company and earn a name and fame in the industry which you join on conclusion of your 2 years. Therefore, we thought it important that the impetus for this interesting journey should be set by inviting a well-known and respected industry's top management personality to set the tone and pitch and to give an industry perspective of what is expected of MBAs and how they should go about in the 2 years so that they graduate with the requisite knowledge and skills for a manager. We at SIMS are honored and privileged that we have today Mr. Varadaraj, one of industry's top management personalities, on this very important and defining day in the life of students. We are grateful to Mr. Varadaraj for having accepted our invite, and I, on behalf of SIMS, extend a very warm welcome to you. As Director of SIMS, let me begin my address to the student managers, whom we in SIMS call transformational student leaders. That is because the curriculum and the rigor of these 2 years is designed to transform you, while at the same time your thought, deed, and actions change into that of transforming anything that you will undertake. That not only differentiates you from all others, but will also help you in your job, as you will stand out and, true to SIM's motto, make a difference wherever you are. Dear students, welcome to SIMS, your new home for the next 2 years and your alma mater for life. We are happy that you have chosen SIMS as your management learning destination, and this marks the beginning of a very special and a symbiotic relationship that not only grows and draws us closer each passing day, but will also last forever. A bond and a relationship that is unique and envy of many. You have come through a tough selection process, which has proved that you have the acumen and the ability in you, and I congratulate you on this achievement. SIMS is a brand name recognized all over India. That has come about after years of hard work and performance. It's also because of the excellent reputation we enjoy on account of our faculty, who are experienced, knowledgeable, and dedicated. We have an ideal blend of full-time and visiting faculty, bringing wide range of academic and industry experience to teaching. They will guide and lead you in mastering theory and practices of business management based on case studies, live projects, assignments, research, and collaboration with the industry. They are experts in their field, and for the next 2 years, they will be your teacher, guide, mentor, and philosopher. You couldn't have asked for anything better. Make sure you take full advantage and put in all your efforts to learn from them. SIMS is also known for our alumni power. Our alumni are our brand ambassadors, and they have not only made a name for themselves, but have in turn made SIMS proud and famous by their performance. Large number of alumni are in top positions in various industries, and we are proud of them. They are our inspiration and your mentors, ever willing to help, guide, and advise you. We will help you reach out to them, but you must take it forward and make the most of their help. While you all share a common bond of being defense dependent, you all come from diverse educational backgrounds. Also, there are some amongst you who have some work experience with leading companies. This is a good and a positive sign for healthy learning. Management is less rote learning and more discussing, sharing, and experiencing. There are no definitive or fixed rules, and management techniques and teaching is constantly evolving, changing, being redefined, and the boundaries keep changing. Keep an open mind, accept the differing views and opinions, think big, and think lateral. Also, in these coming 2 years, make as many friends as possible, work together, share knowledge, and cooperate and benefit mutually from each other. The bonds that you forge, the friendship that you develop, will remain forever and help you throughout your career. Outcome-based education and progressive learning is the approach we follow, which focuses on students' ability to identify and tackle business issues rather than simply learning facts and techniques. We provide you with non-parallel management preparation, plus the opportunity for specialization across major functional areas. You will learn to take decisions critically and analytically, taking into account the business considerations and ethical implications of these decisions. The next few days are dedicated to transformation from student to corporate, a 2-credit orientation program about which I briefed you yesterday and which started this morning at 5:45 with PT. It'll be conducted under an experiential learning mode, the purpose of which is to basically set you on the path to management. In that, we will put you through a curriculum which is starting from 6 a.m. in the morning till 11 p.m. at night. It is intended to give you a feel of the hectic corporate life and get you adjusted to it. This will give you a glimpse of what is in store for you and what you are in for and what is expected of you not only in the 2 years here and make you realize your potential to break the ice and get to know each other, that is teamwork, but also later on in your career. Time here will always be at a premium and you will experience tremendous pressure. You will always be stretched physically and mentally. All this is on intent and worked out by us, because as managers, you need to get used to working under stress and handling pressure, and yet keep coming up with solutions. These 2 years are very crucial for you. Your complete future career and life hinges on these 2 years. Make the best of them. Use these 2 years not just to do an MBA, but also step out and do things that will improve your CV and help you in your placements. We at SIMS encourage students and assist them to pick up soft skills, learn a foreign language, take up any liberal arts subject, participate in B-school competitions or company competitions, write management articles, do research projects, and assist in live projects of companies. Further, we have a number of clubs and cells and teams, both professional, such as HR, finance, marketing, operations, as also which are being guided by faculty, and social clubs like music, dance, drama, pranay, and yodhas. In addition, we have, as part of our efforts to teach and inculcate social responsibility amongst you, a social volunteer group called Pranay, which works with numerous NGOs and other organizations and undertakes a lot of social activity. Then we have various forums for interactions and generating ideas, primarily aimed to develop an informed view of the economic, cultural, and political facts of business through a series of seminars, lectures, workshops, and also through MUN and SIMSET, which is the economic think tank that we provide over here, which are planned, organized, and coordinated by students themselves. Besides these, we have facilities like sports and games. Everything possible for a holistic development is there. All these are there because they are important to your process of learning, understanding, and development as future managers. So now, the onus is on you to take maximum advantage and participate actively in them, as they will help you in transforming yourself into becoming a holistic manager and to develop a right attitude of a manager. A few important things for the next 2 years, which I thought prudent to mention right at the very beginning. Discipline. Almost all of you are from armed forces background, and so you should be aware of what discipline is. Remember, you are all grown up, learning to be managers. It is therefore important for you to lead a disciplined life, to behave and to conduct yourself accordingly, whether in the campus or outside. Discipline, respect, and self-respect are interrelated and intertwined. There are societal norms, campus rules, and regulations which have to be followed, so please adhere to them. SIMS students are known in Pune for their good behavior, attitude, and discipline. So always be well turned out, as has been mentioned also in the student handbook. Use of mobile phones is banned in the academic block and in the classrooms. We want you to concentrate on your studies, focus on it, and not get diverted using your mobile. I believe you have taken a conscious decision to do MBA, a decision which I guess is yours purely and not forced onto you by your parents, as may have been possibly the case while you went into 10th and 12th and college. Your future depends on these 2 years in SIMS. We know it's not a college but a B school, and so we will treat you accordingly and give you lots of freedom. Please live up to it. Remember, you are here to learn, and it comes at quite a cost which your parents are bearing. So do that and get a good placement. Remember, placement is purely in your hands. At this stage, I want to make it clear that we do not assure or promise placements. We only provide placement assistance. We will get the companies here. you have to do well and get placed. SIMS curriculum is based on the symbiosis philosophy of Udar Charita Nam Tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, written up there, which means for a man of wisdom or knowledge or culture, the world is one family. We will make a difference in which will be clearly noticeable at the time you finish with your 2 years in MBA. We in turn are sure that with this, you will go out and make a difference. And make a difference where? In the company that you are working in, to the society that you are serving, to the nation that you belong to the family that you were born in, and to SIMS, your alma mater, which trained and taught you. So make a difference. Lastly, enjoy your 2-year stay here, as invariably each and every alumni whom I meet tells me that these 2 years at SIMS and these 15 days of orientation were the best ones in their life in all respects. They tell us SIMS made a difference. Not surprising, since SIMS' motto is make a difference. We are here to help you and make it happen. Thank you and Jai Hind.
We thank you, sir, for inspiring the SIMS batch. Now I would request our Director, Brigadier Dr. Rajiv Divekar, sir, to felicitate our chief guest for the day, Mr. Vardharajavi. Thank you, sir. It's our honor to introduce you to our chief guest for the day.
Mr. Varadraj Venkatraman, or Vardha, as he is popularly known in the HR circles, is a seasoned talent acquisition professional who has straddled all facets of this critical function that enables the growth of any organization. With over 20 years' experience in this constantly evolving field, Vardha sir today is the Senior Vice President and Global Head of Talent Acquisition at Infosys.
Having joined Infosys in 2002, Vardha sir and his team have been instrumental in growing the company from 10,000 employees to a 3 lakh strong IT bellwether with a workforce spanning 56 countries and serving the Fortune top 2,000 clients. A celebrated people manager, a career coach, a motivational speaker, he has worked across multiple geographies over the years and today leads a team of roughly 800 people spread across 5 continents.
I would also proudly like to add that a lot of our alumni have been recruited by him and they have had a good fortune to work with him at Infosys. Let's extend a warm welcome to Mr. Varadraj V. sir, whose remarkable journey and expertise are sure to inspire us all. We now welcome you, sir, to please come and address the batch.
Right. Good morning. Wow, that's nice. Usually the commencement speeches after 45 minutes, there's a lot of drowsiness that we end up experiencing. But I'm glad to see that there's so much energy and excitement in this group of people. It's not often that I do a lot of commencement speeches, but I get to meet a lot of students across the country. I travel quite extensively across India, outside as well, and end up meeting a lot of people. So first of all, yeah, my heartfelt thanks to Professor Divekar, Professor Kumar, and all the faculty members, and most importantly, all of you who are the real chief guests of today. I think it's a very, very important milestone in your life that you're embarking on a journey of undertaking a B-School education from an institution like SIMS, which stands testimony to a lot of the principles that the defense forces have stood for. It's about integrity, moral grounds, holding your purpose and mission above everything else, and ultimately dedicating your life and your career to the betterment of the society and the country at large. Right? So I think SIMS, in my mind, embodies a lot of this, and it's wonderful to see so many of you embarking on this journey together for a new batch at SIMS as well. So there are a couple of things that I really wanted to speak about, because I really haven't come prepared. So I just was jotting down a couple of things when I was sitting there, hearing a lot of things that I was hearing from each one of you and jotting down things. These are probably things I should probably speak of. So I'll probably paint a picture of my own career journey, right? So that gives you a sense of the art of possible, right? So right through my school days, I used to be a topper. Right? If I came down to anything less than a second rank in class, I used to sit in the corner and cry. Right? Till my fourth, I was not like that. I used to get beaten up very badly to even finish my homework. But something happened, something snapped, and I started doing really well in education, studies. Came from an extremely humble background, very, very difficult childhood, because, of course, I think, the monetary situation in the family was not good at all. So I did a lot of my education also through scholarships, thanks to the fact that I was studying well. So people also said, yeah, maybe let's fund this guy. He might be potentially doing something at somewhere in future, right? But that said, slowly and steadily, what also happened was, as I started doing better and better in education, in my studies, my 10th and my 12th, so till the 10th I was in the state board, and then 11th and 12th I actually switched to CBSE board, which is considered to be slightly tougher than your state board. So people generally go the other way. I went this way, right? And here again, I excelled in studies. And so there, the little bit of arrogance started building in, saying that, dude, you're cool, man. You're like great. You're rocking, right? Nothing can come in the way. You're just on your trajectory to like a Top Gun, right? You're zipping past, and the path is green for you, and you're just going to hit it really big. And in the course of my 12th education in my school, I used to hate my chemistry teacher. I used to really hate her, and obviously, nothing now, but at that point of time, I used to really hate her because she used to hate my guts. Right? Because I was a little overconfident in college, in school at least, because I was like, cracking it, right? I was really, really doing well, be it in sports, be it in cultural activities, be it in education. I was there, right? So this kind of got in, and the teacher was very consciously observing this, and she kept on telling me, Vardharaj, you're not going the right way. You're going to get hit somewhere, right? Be careful, be watchful. I was like, no problem, nothing happens, right? And to an extent, I finished my 12th, and I was very clueless of what to do in life. I didn't know what was a path I would really like to take, what is a course that I should really pursue, or which is a field that I want to really make my career in, because I was probably good at a lot of things, but I was not, I would say, superlative in any one particular area, right? So I was like a generalist. And on top of it, there was this whole conflict or issue that I had with my chemistry teacher as well. She used to keep on telling me, Vardharaj, you're not, I think you be very, very careful. And she used to tell it in a very rude way as well, and that used to spike me even more, like, come on, how is it possible, right? Here's a guy who's like, topping the charts, and here's somebody who's coming and saying, no, you're not going the right way. So after my 12th, I scored really well again. I wasn't sure of what I wanted to do, so I enroll for a course in BSc in chemistry just to spike her, nothing else. Just to spike my teacher, saying that, look, I can do this and I can probably do well in chemistry as well. But then I wasn't sure whether that was the right decision. And thankfully, it's just providence. I was a good badminton player. Still reasonably, I still play reasonably well. But at that time, I was pretty good. Competitively, I used to play, and so there was thankfully one of my badminton players' cousin brothers. He came down, and he joined us for a game. And after the games, we were just sitting and having a cup of lemon juice or something. So he started asking me as to Varda, so what's your plan? I said, I have no idea. I've just enrolled for BSc chemistry because I wanted to spike this teacher. And so here I am. This is it. He said, why are you wasting your life? He said, you've got such good percentages, grades. Why don't you go to BITS Pilani? Right? And I'd heard of BITS Pilani at that point of time, seeing in the show called Quiz Time. I don't know how many of you remember it even now, right? In our times, Quiz Time was really big. It was Siddharth Basu, right? Very, very well-known quiz master, very well acclaimed and respected as well. So during that, we used to keep seeing BITS Pilani being one of the top, colleges finalists, and usually in the top 2 or 3 at all points of time, along with the IITians and so on and so forth. And that's the only recollection of BITS Pilani that I had. And so then I started reading up a little bit more about BITS Pilani. Then I said, maybe this is a place for me to go, right? And God forbid, I got into BITS Pilani, MSc Honours Chemistry. I said I should choose chemistry again. So now I was like putting one on top of the teacher and saying, ma'am, you said I'm going to be a loser in life. Here I am at BITS Pilani, which is one of the most widely recognized institutions in the country, and I'm taking MSc Honours Chemistry. Right? So I went and met her before I went to BITS Pilani, went to actually seek her blessings and so on and so forth. Obviously, there was never this question of patching up with her and so on and so forth, because we were still not seeing eye to eye at that point of time for some reason, right? I had my arrogance at that point of time, and she had her views and reasons why she would keep on warning me and have a very, very cautious eye on me, right? I went and told her I'm going and joining BITS Pilani. She said, good luck. Come and meet me in 2 years. That's all she said, right? So I went. First 2 years was good. Did well there. That also was a reality, reality striking me, because I started realizing that I am not the best. There are so many people out there who've come from such diverse backgrounds who are way, way better than I am. And I started looking up to many of those people. And I started seeing, guys, come on, I thought I was a superhuman. I was like this rock star. And here I am, I'm finding that I am a normal guy here, right? There are indeed superstars and rock stars out there, right? So that was a reality check for me. And then third year, I had to start doing the actual chemistry courses, the discipline courses, core courses for chemistry. I thought I was pretty good in chemistry. Once I started chemistry, the first subject that happened was, I think, structure and properties of something, right? I don't even remember now. Another course was quantum chemistry. And I started realizing that everything is going overhead. Like OHT, overhead transmission was a norm, right? Every single subject I'm sitting, because the professors are very, very clear. They're like, they don't do spoon feeding. They don't give you lecture notes and so on and so forth. You are expected to prepare for the class the previous day, go and sit there. The professor is going to talk advanced concepts in those areas. They very clearly tell you these are the areas that we're going to teach, and there's a very, very structured way of teaching. So they're talking advanced concepts. The basic concepts itself is going overhead for me, right? And now advanced concepts is just impossible. So I started realizing, guys, no, dude, this is not your cup of tea, man. This is not where you ought to be, right? Then slowly and steadily, I started realizing why my teacher was actually telling me and giving me those warning signals early on, saying, dude, you're not headed in the right direction, right? Be very cautious. And so then that, some of those instances actually started bringing in a lot of realization in me and probably brought me to the ground, made me more grounded, brought in humility and stuff, saying, all right, Varda, look, you're here, right? You're probably at the bottom quartile in BITS Pilani, if I were to look at it in the batch. There are people who are far superior than you are in almost all the things that you can dream of doing as well, right? So then the journey started, culminated or transformed into a very different nature. It was not a struggle. It was about perseverance thereafter, right? It's about, you know that you are an average dude, average Joe. There are rock stars and you are an average guy. There are people who are below than you are. But how do you consistently make sure that you persevere, add a little more, little extra to whatever you've done the previous day, and consistently over a period of time? And that was a journey I took. I had no other choice, but I realized it right then that this is the only path to success for me. And I think in my mind, that realization has really helped me come thus far. And I've also, I've been, thanks to Insta and the Twitters and X's and whatever, a lot of research have also gone on to prove that if there is one trait that differentiates the most successful from anybody else, it is not intelligence, it is not EQ or IQ, it is this perseverance. It is this doggedness to say, I'm here today, I want to do better than myself, what I was yesterday, I want to do something more today. Tomorrow, I do something better than what I am today. You do that on a consistent basis for a long period of time, build that stamina, there's nothing that can come in your way. Right? It's that doggedness, it's that perseverance that's going to make a big difference in what you're doing in your future. Right? The education is great, but at the end of the day, you're in a competitive world. You make friends, you have great batch together, camaraderie, all of that, have fun. But at the end of the day, the most successful people are the ones that are most perseverant. Intelligence gives that spike, gives that incremental push, but intelligence, unless it is consistent, and many a times it is not consistent as well, right? Intelligence gets overtaken by perseverance over a long duration of time. I'll talk about even companies, for example. There are some companies who, I don't want to name those companies. There are two companies in the IT industry, right? Big behemoths. One company does exceedingly well, and then there is fluctuation in the stock market for that company, right? But then over a course of 6-7 years, the company does really well. The returns are very good, right, for the stock shareholders. There is another company that's an average Joe, does not have qualms about the fact that they are like this great, tremendously fascinating organization and stuff like that. They are a very average company. They know exactly what they do, but they do average performance on a continuous basis. Year after year after year, they keep building on the previous years. So in due course of time, what you say is, while the first company does better over a 6-7 year period, the consistency with which this company, the second company, keeps doing, they more than catch up. Right? So what I'm trying to say is it's perseverance. Perseverance is extremely important as a critical success factor for young individuals like yourself. And you have the energy, all you need is the will and the focus to keep doing that. Right? That's, in my mind, that's the first and foremost trait that you need to have, you need to inculcate. Never lose hope. Keep doing better than what you did the previous day. That is all that is needed. Look, if you keep comparing yourself with others, there's no end to it. You'll always find somebody who's better than you are. No point. Right? You try to be better than what you were yesterday. That is the important point. And you believe me, I think you'll keep seeing success. in this. So that's the first and foremost point that I want to really say. Now it's all a lot of gyan. Okay, this is the meat of what I wanted to tell you. That's number one. Now next, I'll hear a lot of. I'll give you a lot of gyan. This I don't even need at this point of time because it just comes naturally, right? Be flexible, right? What you start off with and what you end up with could be very different. Oh, so if you go back to my story, MSc Honors Chemistry, at the end of first year, I decided I was able to do a process of elimination. I wasn't able to select what I wanted to, but I was able to do a lot of elimination in terms of what is it that I don't want to do in BITS Pilani. Because in Pilani, at the end of first year, you get an option to choose a second degree as well, right? So even though I was eligible for a good engineering degree as my second qualification, I said, this is not my cup of tea, right? I finally said, I want to do Masters in Management Studies as my second degree. And I was so glad I did that. I was really glad I did that because then I started exploring a different Varda, right? I was able to explore a different me, right? My own interests, my own areas and so of interest and orientation. Then I started liking a lot of areas around HR. I started loving courses on psychology. I used to do a lot of research on Freudian psychology and so on and so forth. I started doing a lot of assessments on people and et cetera, right? Well, of course, you're not supposed to unless you're a trained psychologist and so on and so forth, but I still started doing it under the guidance of my professor. So management studies really, I really started liking it. And so I developed a sort of a, I would say a passion for psychology and then consequently HR. And then, of course, when this came in, the opportunity to join Infosys as a recruiter way back in 2002, I just grabbed it. I just felt it was a phenomenal opportunity to merge everything together and get on a journey of HR itself. So this is my life story. And all I wanted to tell you was it's okay to be arrogant initially, but then soon enough you'll realize that you are just another average Joe, right? There are people who are far better than you are. So how do you make sure that you are successful, at least as successful as they are, or even better? It's that perseverance thing. That was a story that I was trying to drive towards, right? Very important across anything that you choose to do, be it in sports, be it in medicine, engineering, management, finance, anything that you choose to do, perseverance becomes extremely important. Second one is flexibility. Flexibility is, again, I think you don't have to be really, many times what happens is you are not sure of what you want to do in life. You've come here, you've taken MBA, you probably are not sure of what's a specialization that you want to be in. That's fine, right? I don't know whether you are supposed to choose your area of specialization at the time of joining itself. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's at the end of the first trimester, second semester, at the end of second semester or early second semester. That's great, right? So be flexible. Keep your options open. It's fine, right? Just because your friend is a punter in the stock market and understands technical analysis, you don't have to follow that at all. Your journey could be very different and could be far more successful than your friends. So be very sure of this aspect of retaining flexibility. Don't have to force yourself to doing something just because of peer pressure. It doesn't work, believe me, right? And I can say this in hindsight because I did a few things during my own college days or after college days because of peer pressure, which I realized I shouldn't have done at all. I course corrected. I'm okay now. I'm on the path, right? So be flexible. I think that is important. For all you know, you may start off on a career. You may start off on let's say you may start off on saying that you're in human resources specialization. You start off and suddenly then you slowly start realizing that, no, boss, human resources, okay, I like it, but I probably like analytics a lot more. Fair enough, right? do a lot of electives, do a lot of extra courses, spend time with the faculty members and understand a lot more, there's a tremendous opportunity for HR analytics itself. And I'm saying, when you look at analytics, it touches every single spectrum of your business management specializations. So it's fine, right? Or you're doing HR or you're doing finance and you suddenly realize marketing is my cup of tea. Go for it. It's okay, right? But don't get into any of these courses because you are failing in one of those, right? That's the thing that I'm trying to tell you. So persevere. If at the end of the day you consciously believe that your heart lies somewhere, go for it. I don't know how many of you watched this movie called Jerry Maguire. I think you're all latest generation. We are all dinosaurs. This is one of the very good motivational movies as well. It's a good movie about a sports marketer and so on and so forth. There's only one saying he says, which still remains with me all the time. Says, if this is not there, right? If this is not there, this doesn't matter. Right? So if your heart is not there in something that you're doing, this is of no use. Vice versa is fine. You need not have it, but if you have it, you'll do well. That's the thing. It again boils down to your perseverance, right? So I think that's an important point that I wanted to leave you with. This is a great time because all of you are in your early 20s, a year of experience, 2 years of experience, maybe 3 at most, I guess, across diverse industries and many a times IT as well, who have come together, build long-lasting friendships. I know that SIMS has a very, very strong alumni chapter, and the alumni are very closely networked. In fact, even my own team, I don't even know how many SIMS alumni I have. Anivesh, I don't know whether he knows how many people. In the Pune office itself, I think I probably have some 10, 12 SIMS alumni in part of my team. But globally, I have so many more people from SIMS who are working with me. But the good thing is everyone's connected. They're all connected and they're all sharing information. The fact that I was coming here today, I get a message from my team member in Canada who's a SIMS alumni himself. He sends me a message yesterday saying, Varda sir, good luck for your session in SIMS. I was like, I didn't even tell you, dude, right? So that's the network, the power of networking, right? See, I think he looks like he's passed on the message, but doesn't matter, right? The point I'm saying is, I think there's a very strong network, and so leverage that network, build a strong bonding amongst within this batch. You're not very large number. My Pilani batch was 600 people, and even today, the amount of bonding that we have is phenomenal. In December, we had our reunion at the Pilani campus. Out of 600 people, 340 people showed up from across the world. And most of the people are overseas. So that's the kind of bonding that we have, and we leverage each other, right? Business opportunities, ideas, there are smaller groups that we've created where investment opportunities are being discussed, career coaching is being done, mentorship, counseling, etc., right? So everything is happening. And this is a phenomenal opportunity, right? And you have, every year you have 300 people coming out, and given the lineage of army or the defense background, I would say, it just bonds so much better, right? Leverage that quite significantly, right? Build very, very strong connects amongst your own batchmates. It can be a lifesaver for you wherever you are in future. Trust me, right? Couple of other things that I want to tell you, right? You need to find a guide. Everybody needs an anchor. Everybody needs a North Star, right? Somebody who's going to probably guide you in the right direction. I had that opportunity, I lost it in school, right? Don't be me in that sense, right? Find a guide. Could be any of your faculty members. They've seen life, right? They have the wealth of knowledge and information, and experience of a lot of the people that they have tutored and taught. So they have that knowledge and awareness, right? Find a guide. Very important. Trust me, right? Guru, that the blessings of Guru is exceptionally important for individuals like us. And so therefore, keep them always in your prayers. Always be thankful and grateful to all the faculty members, because their blessings will be very, very important for you. And like I said, find a guide to whom you are able to go and confess, express your apprehensions and concerns and whatever else, right? Your I would say you don't have to expose your personal whatever, but at least anything on the work, professional, career, your education, studies, courses, whatever else, right? Find that mentor, an anchor point. It really, really helps. It's not to say that it might be a little bit of extra effort that the faculty members have to put, but I don't think any faculty member here would say no to it, because that's what they are here for. Because they want to see each one of you as successful individuals, right? And that gives them, to see you as very successful individuals gives them the greatest kick for all the trouble and effort that they put into train you all, right? So have that, find a guide. I think it's very important, so that at any point of time you're able to actually unwind, vent out, and get semblance, get some sane advice from those individuals who are dispassionate, right? Who are removed from the realities of what you're going through, who's able to look at your life from a distance and is able to give you a very sane advice. Very important. Last two things. With that, I'll wind up. Ethics and integrity, right? Above everything else, this comes right on top, right? Because this is the only thing that differentiates humans from animals. We are no different otherwise. We'll kill each other, eat each other, do whatever, run, race, fight, everything. But the ability to discern the right from the wrong and the integrity part of it is what really differentiates us. And there's a very nice definition of what integrity is, right? Integrity is what you do when nobody is watching you, right? Just think of it. Integrity is what you do when nobody is watching you, right? So you have an option, you have a choice in front of you to do the right thing or the wrong thing. Nobody's going to catch you, right? And nobody's even watching you. What's the path that you take at that point of time? That defines your integrity and moral compass, right? The right path could be arduous, more cumbersome, but there's no shortcut to success. Let me tell you this. There's absolutely no shortcut to success. You take a shortcut, you may gain initial steps ahead, but you always come back. The individual who takes the right path, shows perseverance, will always go ahead of that other person, right? So that integrity and ethics and integrity is extremely important. And remember what I said. Integrity is what you do when nobody's watching you, right? Jot it down if you want to. And sometimes, I think just remember these things, because these will resonate in your minds. And some of these keep resonating in my minds all the time as well, right? I encounter a lot of instances or situations where I have to take a decision. I can take a short path, give some approvals or do some things and say that, okay, you do this, I will take care of that, right? I'll tell that person to just let it pass through. No, that's not the right thing to do at all, right? You have to make sure that you follow the right path, because that will be consistent and that will be repeatable. And 2 times you do that, 3rd time it becomes a habit, right? So that's very important. The last part I would say is social consciousness, right? You're all privileged all of us are privileged for having got all this opportunity to have gotten fantastic education in one of the best schools in the country today, having the opportunity to learn and listen to such distinguished faculty members at SIMS. We're all fortunate, but there is there are many times a multiple of this number who are out there who probably are even capable, who probably are more capable than what we are, believe me, if given an opportunity. Right? So try and follow what's called compassionate capitalism. It's not about you just making more and more money. That's not what it is. That's not what life is about. Right? It is about how much are you able to give back to the society. And that will define characters. That defines your character. That defines you. Right? So follow that compassionate capitalism. A lot of you could, believe me, I think, could become very successful entrepreneurs, and I'm sure that many more of you will become extremely successful professionals as well in your corporate life. But always keep this in the back of your mind that you have not come this far because you were the chosen one. I have not come thus far because I was a chosen one. No, I have come thus far because in the larger context of things, I was given those opportunities as compared to many of the other people who could have got those opportunities, and I was just lucky enough to have gotten these opportunities which I was able to grab and come up this far. Right? There could be tons of others out there who, if they were given similar opportunities, could have far outshined what I have done today, or what many of us would have done. So always have that, because that also brings you to the ground. Right? Makes you more humble, makes you more, demonstrate humility in your transactions and interactions. And that will set you for a very different path of success. The only thing I'll say is, don't be this individual who's always dreaming of more and more money, more and more wealth. Not really. Money beyond a point doesn't matter. Beyond a point, money is saturated. I mean, do you think an Ambani is going after money? Do you think an Adani is going after money, or any of the other starters? Do you think they are after making more money? Not at all. Their life has evolved. These bother about money. They are about making a difference to the society, to the world, to the ecosystem, and to the stakeholders that depend upon them. They are more bothered about the tens of thousands of family members that are working in that organization, whose mouths are fed because of the work that those employees are doing in the organization. That's what keeps them going. How do they make sure that they keep making this company more and more profitable ethically, right? So that they're able to build more such organizations and give more opportunities for more and more people. So please follow that compassionate capitalism. You can be a fantastic corporate executive earning, maybe crores of rupees, but please make sure you're able to distribute some of your wealth to the underprivileged people. You all do all those. I saw those fantastic video where I saw as part of your course curriculum, you actually go to some NGOs and spend time with students and old age homes and so on and so forth. Great. I think those are ways of giving back to the society. But then see whether you can all come together later on in the future, right? Start off a school, for example. I think my batch is trying to do something like that at this point of time. That's why I'm saying this. Try something, right? Because these are ways that you can give back to your society. Many of you will earn so much money, and there'll be a lot of you who will also move abroad as well. Every year, see whether you all can pull in some money. Not now, maybe, right? If you're able to do now, nothing like it. But every year, try and pull in even $100 per head, right? Need sum of money that can work out, and just distribute. So we've adopted 2 villages in and around Pilani, for example. And we are taking care of their entire welfare, education of children out there, trying to set up a school, the medical facilities, and so on and so forth. So we've actually pulled in a lot of money together. I'm not saying that we are the benchmarks, not at all. There are people who've done far, far better. Right? We are trying to make an impact, but all I'm saying is I think the satisfaction that I get by doing that is, I think, it's a very different experience. I'm sure you'll all get that as well down the line. So these are those few points that I want to tell you. At the end of the day, guys, I don't want to make this very serious talk. All I want to say is have tremendous amount of fun. I mean, after having heard Professor Divekar and me, you would have thought that guys, kahan ke phas gaya yaar? Right? Sir ji to bol rahe hain, ye nahi karna hai, wo nahi karna hai, 5:30 baje उठना है, PT करना है, right? और ये वहाँ से आके ज्ञान बांट रहे हैं ऐसे तो कि compassionate capitalism बोल रहे हैं. Have fun, guys. I'm telling you. I think that's 2 years of your life. You will not get this back ever, right? So while you're at it, have loads of fun. Don't get caught. Don't cheat. And don't get rusticated, right? I think this is the best time of your life, and especially a postgraduate education, an MBA, makes it all the more closer because there's a very strong network that you build as well. So please make the most of your time, and of course, like I said, with the faculty members, and take advantage of all the facilities here, right? Build a great life. Here's wishing you a fantastic 2 years ahead, and an even better future ahead for all of you. Thank you so much, and Jai Hind. Thank you.
Since we have some time, this is the first day coming, can we take a few questions?
So, if any of you have any questions, I think we have some time, so that's why. So I'll answer easy questions, difficult questions I'll park. And I get to choose what's easy, what's difficult. Yes, sir. There's one gentleman there. Yeah. What happened? Yeah, hi. Just introduce yourself, please. Tell me, how many hours do you work in a week now? See, so you've answered your own question. No, but let me. If you want to continue the question, I don't know whether you finished it. So here are 2-3 things, right? The idea of 70 hours is not really exactly 70 hours, right? Every company understands and realizes that each individual has to have certain work-life balance. How has that shifted so much? How was it before COVID? How was it after or during COVID and after COVID? What was it? How different was it before COVID? Before COVID, everybody used to come to the office. Everyone, right? They used to have a great time together. There's a social setting. People interact with each other, collectively get work done faster. That's a leading point. They collectively come together, get work done faster, and finish the work in, let's say, 9 hours or 10 hours or 8 hours, get back home, spend time with family, come the next day morning. And everyone was fine with it. Companies were growing phenomenally well during that period. People were happy. The employee satisfaction levels were high. What happened during COVID? Right? Everyone started going behind the screen. Social conversations became very minimal. And the only conversation you're having is on Microsoft Teams or WebEx and God knows what all. Right? That ability to really have that social connect weaned away. You can sit, please, Ernest. That the ability to have that social connect, we are social animals at the end of the day, that the social connect started going away. So people started working from home, they wouldn't come out of the room, the divorce rates shot up drastically, mental issues started coming up, husbands and wives started, finding each other's secrets, each other's mobiles, and then the fight started. Right? And what in all this, what also happened, and this is not a joke. The same work which would have taken 3 hours took 9 hours or 8 hours to finish. Because you are at the mercy of the other person. In an office setup, I can just say, Sundar, can we just quickly get together for 15 minutes? Maybe come, let's go discuss over a cup of tea and coffee and finish. Same as Anivesh as well, right? Sundar will immediately call Anivesh as well, saying, guys, come, let's quickly rejig. Matter closed. Here, in a virtual setup, I ping Sundar and figure out, is he busy? Is he available? He might be sleeping for all I know, right? He's put himself as busy. He's done that many times, I know. Right? So he's unavailable. Okay, then I check with Anivesh. Anivesh is taking a shower. He's put himself busy. Do not disturb. So I'm stuck. Correct? What happens? Stress builds up for me. Saying, Varda, you damn well finish this quickly, right? How do I finish this? I'm at the mercy of these two gentlemen who are in their own world. Right? So I will ping him, they reach out back to me. At that time I'm doing something, and maybe I'm sleeping at that point of time. Right? So this leads to stress levels. This led to work really expanding. Murphy's Law really happened. Is that Murphy's Law? Work expands to fill time? Is it Murphy's Law? No. You guys don't know it? Work expands to fill time. Remember, this is a very very important management fundas. So for a given work, if you're given more time, you will stretch the work to finish the work within that time. So you must always be able to give the right amount of time to finish that work. Which is why a lot of the so-called successful managers always show a sense of urgency. Right? The work that would otherwise take 2 days, they'll say, Sundar, I want this finished in the next 1 hour. Knowing fully well that Sundar will say, ye pagal ho gaya. But he'll take his time to finish, but at least he'll not take 3 days. He'll finish in 1 day. So this is exactly what happened during COVID. Given the fact that we were not able to connect with each other, work just expanded. So productivity came down, and people started realizing that, boss, I am working 16, 17 hours a day, 18 hours a day. Doing what? Checking with each other, saying, are you available, are you available, are you available? Nothing productive is happening. The productive output of that 17-hour workday is what you had got by being in office for 8 hours. I hope there's no media here, right? I'll get beaten up. But this is the reality. And I'm saying this because I experience this. I experience this with my own team. And all of them, I think they've all stretched so much during that period. I know that. Everyone used to be, available starting 9 o'clock in the morning till goes on to 11 at night. It took that much time to get things done, which would have otherwise been finished in 8 hours or 9 hours of actual social work together. And then the mental issue started. The husband and wife started fighting with each other, saying, boss, what is this nonsense? You're only sitting in some bedroom, and you keep asking me for coffee after coffee after coffee. Main teri naukarani hu kya? Right? And then the wife is working, poor thing. Right? and they start fighting with each other. Divorce rates shot up quite drastically because of, and they're going through their own individual journeys, right? Same level of stress that builds up because of a lack of social setup. Right now what's happening is we are trying to bring people back. We're trying to progressively bring people back into the organization, because I'll give you this reality check. We did a survey recently amongst the people who are working remotely and amongst the people who are actually coming to the office 3 days a week or 2 days a week or something. We just checked their satisfaction scores. The satisfaction scores of people who are coming to the office is 2.5 times the satisfaction scores of people who are working remotely. Just goes on to show this. That's all is needed, boss. At the end of the day, you guys come together and work. You will move things forward. Things get closed out faster as opposed to trying to work in a very remote setting where the work just keeps expanding. And then leading to all the other issues, psychological issues, somebody can't even see beyond a certain point of time, gets tunnel vision, has to change specs every 2 months, and so on and so forth. Added to this, the family issue and pressures and so on, all of those, right? So it's the right thing that every company is doing in trying to make sure people come back to the offices, because we are a social animal. We need a social setting. We need to interact with people in person, because on a screen, you really are not able to gauge and judge the body language of individuals, because you say something with your words, but you see it, you say a lot more through your body language, which you assess and gain or discern when you're actually interacting with that individual. So that's the whole idea. It's not about making people work 70 hours a week. We don't want to. We want you to work 6 hours or 7 hours a day. That's enough, productive. Or 8 hours, right? Because you ultimately bill the client for as many hours that you work. Work 8 hours productively, that's enough. And that happens when you're actually in office. And decisions move very, very quickly when you're in office. The same thing that I said, I don't need to call, set up a meeting, invite and stuff like that. I'll just call Sundar, hey dude, are you around? Are you free for 10-15 minutes? I'd say, yeah, give me a minute, Varda, I'm just closing something, I'll come. Chal chai peete. I would go for a tea, discuss everything. You've taken decisions, action items, done. So that's the whole thing. It's not about trying to make people work 70 hours and stuff. If you're going back to what Mr. Murthy said it in a very, very different context, which a lot of people have convoluted it, right? Mr. Murthy said that, boss, if you are an entrepreneur, your life is so much more tougher. Working 70 hours is something that you end up doing almost every other week, come what may, because it's your hard-earned money and bread and butter, whatever is that you've invested out there. It's your credibility at stake as well. So you will do whatever it takes. So there are people who sacrifice a lot. He himself has sacrificed so much, right? And I think if you go back and ask him, what's your deepest regret in life? He would say this, that maybe I should have spent more time with my family. I didn't. I ignored all of this during those days, because he was after a very different journey of trying to create something that stands out, stands the test of time, and survives 500 years. So that's all there. But as individuals, young professionals, I would think you guys would, anyway, indefatigable, no tiredness. You guys should be able to, in any case, do whatever you choose to do for as long as you wish to do. And that's where, when you want to persevere, you will be self-motivated to do more and more and more, just to better yourself. It's not about trying to, do something fabulous for somebody else. You better yourself in what you're doing. That will ultimately transcend to whoever your stakeholders are and yourself as well. So it's just that, right? So don't worry about it. Take it in your stride. Have fun. And work hard, party harder is what I would say. I think, work hard, party harder, play the hardest is what I say. Yes, sir. Rudransh, one important point. When you introduce yourself, this is a common mistake that I see. Never say myself Rudransh, I am Rudranj. My name is Rudranj, right? Myself is a very poor English. And you're not the first guy I've heard. I've tons, even a lot of people within Infosys say this. Senior people, myself, so and so. Okay, yeah, good. That's a loaded question, man. So I can speak about this for hours on end, but I shouldn't be I shouldn't be the person to speak about this. But look at it. I think we are a global company, so therefore anything that's happening across the globe has an impact on the business that we undertake. More importantly, the people that we have in many of those countries. So for example, Israel, we had a bunch of people out there. The moment the war started, we were like, what to do? Even though the Israel government came and said they are safe and sound, absolutely no problem, they're all in bunkers and so on and so forth, we had to make sure that being a responsible company, we had to make sure those people are taken out from there and moved to a much more safer haven. So these are some of those operational, human-related challenges that happen, but business-wise, it happens all the time, right? Tomorrow, if, let's say, for example, US puts a sanction on some country for importing or manufacturing some particular product, we may be potential software providers to a component of that product for all you know. I'm just hypothetically saying, right? That might have an impact on us because suddenly that company is going to see lower orders because of sanctions. So we need to keep a watch out for what's really happening on a geopolitical scenario, and we always do that all much of the time. It can have its ups and downs, but well, one goes down, another picks up. So I think it kind of normalizes. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. I think we've spent a good time. So,
guys, due to positive time, we won't be taking further questions.
You can, yeah, I'll be there. You can meet me and quickly ask me. That's okay. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and you take care. Have a great life ahead. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir, for inspiring the new batch. Your words were truly enlightening for our budding student managers. As we conclude today's commencement ceremony, we now request our Deputy Director, Dr. Praveen Kumar Bhoya, sir, to please give the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, esteemed guests, faculty members and students. So it's my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on this momentous occasion of the inauguration of the MBA batch 2024-26. We are honored to have Mr. Bharadraj, Senior Vice President and Global Head of Talent and Acquisition at Infosys as our chief guest. Your reputation for actively initiating change, influencing the future of work, and making a significant impact in talent acquisition and management is truly inspiring. Your address was enlightening and has set a higher standard for our future leaders. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Brigadier Dr. Raju Devekar, Dean Faculty of Management, Symbiosis International University, Director of SIMS, whose visionary leadership has propelled our institute to new heights. Under your guidance, SIMS has become renowned for cultivating leaders who excel in the corporate world. Your commitment to excellence and fostering a collaborative environment is evident in the seamless onboarding of the new batch of students. I also wish to thank Dr. Shanul, the faculty in charge of academics, other faculty members, and the staff of SIMS, whose dedication and hard work ensure that our students receive the best education and support. Your efforts in organizing this event and ensuring a smooth transition for our new students are greatly appreciated. To the new batch of MBA students, welcome to the SIMS family. We look forward to witnessing your growth and success over the next 2 years. We wish you embrace the qualities of future leaders that Mr. Varadaraj outlined just now and strive to make a positive impact in the corporate world. Thanks, Mr. Sundaram, Mr. Anivesh Joshi, for attending this ceremony. Thank you everyone for making this inauguration ceremony a success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the vote of thanks. This brings us to the end of today's commencement ceremony. We extend our gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Varadaraj Venkatraman, sir, Mr. Sundaram RM, sir, Mr. Anivesh Joshi, sir, Brigadier Dr. Raju Divekar, sir, Dr. Praveen Kumar Bhoyar, sir, and Head Placements, Shweta Mehrotra, ma'am, for gracing us with your presence today.
With this, I would request the dignitaries to please proceed to the VIP lounge and the student managers to remain seated. Student managers, please be seated. Student managers, please maintain the decorum. We have another session lined up right now, so you won't be getting any break for now. Once we get done with that, then you'll be going for lunch. So please maintain decorum till then. Thank you so much.